It just keeps getting better. Here we go.
Professional wrestling legend Hulk Hogan is about to give his remark. Let's take those live.
There he is.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. You know something? When I came here tonight, there was so much energy in this room.
Oh, my
I thought
God.
maybe I was in Madison Square Garden getting ready to win another world title. Or maybe I thought
Never break character.
the vibe was so intense, the energy was so crazy, it felt like maybe I was going to press that no-good, stinky giant over my head and slam him through the mat, brother. But what I found out was I was in a room full of real Americans, brother.
That's right.
And at the end of the day, with our leader up there, my hero, that gladiator, we're going
I
to...
want to tell you guys, we're getting really close. We're getting there.
bring America back together. One real American at a time, brother.
Oh my God.
You know something? I've seen some great tag teams in my time. Hulk Hogan and, ooh, yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage.
This is a fucking
But
movie.
you know something?
Yep.
I see the greatest tag team of my life standing upon us, getting ready to straighten this country out for all the real Americans.
Man.
You know, even though you guys are real Americans, you better get ready. Because when Donald J. Trump becomes the President of the United States, all the real Americans are going to be nicknamed Trumpites. Because all the Trumpites are going to be running wild for 4 years. So with the power of Donald J. Trump and all the Trumpites running wild, America is going to get back on track. And like Donald J. Trump said, America is going to be great again.
Oh my God.
You know, when I look out and I see all the real Americans, I think about how Donald Trump, his family was compromised. When I look out there and I see Donald Trump,
Man.
I think about how his business was compromised. But what happened last week when they took a shot at my hero and they tried to kill the next president of the United States? Enough was enough. And I said, let Trump-a-mania run wild, brother. Let Trump-a-mania rule again. Let Trump-a-mania make America great again.
Holy fuck. Oh my God. No fuck. That is fucking insane. Oh my God.
You know something, Trumpites?
Oh
I
my
didn't come
God.
here as Hulk Hogan, but I just had to give you a little taste. You
How
know, my
old is he?
name-
I don't
my
know.
name
How old
Terry
is Hulk Hogan?
Bollea.
I have no idea.
And as an entertainer, I love you too.
70.
And as an entertainer, I tried to stay out of politics. But after everything that's happened to our country over the past 4 years, and everything that happened last weekend, I can no longer stay silent.
He's almost old enough to be president.
I'm here tonight because I want the world to know that Donald Trump is a real American hero.
Wow.
And I'm proud to support my hero as the next president of this United States.
Man. I mean, even if you don't like this, you gotta, this is good. This is better than I thought it could be. This is really fucking good. This is cinema.
You know,
yeah,
guys,
bro, this is
I've known Donald
crazy.
Trump for over 35 years. You know, hold on a second, hold on. I just had a flashback. Man. This is
You can't
really
fake
tripping.
this?
You know, the last time I was up on stage, Donald Trump was sitting at ringside at the Trump Plaza. I was bleeding like a pig, and I won the world title right in front of Donald J. Trump. And you know something? He's going to win in November, and we're all going to be champions again when he wins.
This is actually, like, unironically, pretty good messaging. This is really good. Holy shit.
And like I said, I've known that man for over 35 years, and he's always been the biggest patriot, and he still is.
Man.
He's always told you exactly what he thought, and he still does, brother.
Oh
and
my
no matter
God.
the odds, he always finds a way to win. And when he's back in our White House, America is going to start winning again.
The sad thing is, Hulk had a better speech than Trump. I don't think anybody could do it better. This is so good. This is insanely fucking good.
You know, guys, over my career, I've been in the ring with some of the biggest, some of the baddest dudes on the planet. And I've squared off against warriors, ooh yeah, savages. And I've even, like I said, body slammed giants in the middle of the ring. And I know tough guys. But let me tell you something, brother. Donald Trump is the toughest of them all.
Dana's speech was the best.
They've thrown everything at Donald Trump.
Yeah, sure.
All the investigations, the impeachments, the court cases, and he's still standing and kicking their butts.
How can Donald be president again with 34 crimes?
You know, we never had it better than the Trump years.
That's just, bro.
Back then, we had a thriving economy.
Nobody
we had
gives a shit about that, bro.
strong borders. We had safe streets.
That
we
fake.
had peace
Fake. Yep.
and respect around the world.
It's all fake, brother.
But then we lost it all in a blink of an eye. Crime is out of control. The border is out of control. The price of food and gas and housing is out of control. And the only person who can clean this up is Donald Trump.
Man.
You know, guys, I really, really love this country. And I've lived the American dream. And I want my kids, your kids, and all those little teeny Hulkamaniacs out there to live the American dream too. This November, guys, we can save the American dream for everyone. And Donald Trump is the president who will get the job done. So all you criminals, all you lowlifes, all you scumbags, all you drug dealers, and all you crooked politicians need to answer one question, brother. What you gonna do when Donald Trump and all the Trump-a-maniacs run wild on you, brother? God bless you, and thank you.
That was insane.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey,
That was fucking insane.
But what happened last week when
This
they
is-
took a shot at my hero?
This is
And
crazy.
they tried to kill the next president of the United States. Enough was enough. And I said, let Trump-a-mania run wild, brother. Let Trump-a-mania rule again. Let Trump-a-mania make America great again.
Holy fuck. I do feel like this one is reaching levels of cinema that have never been seen before. I'm sure next time it will be better. But this is unbelievable. There he is.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dana White. I am the CEO and president of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. So 2 weeks ago, I got a call from President Trump asking me if I'd be willing to speak tonight. As usual, there was no pressure, no demands. He asked me as a friend, and of course I said yes.
See, this is the thing, bro. Trump goes to UFC all the time. And there it is. Yep.
Then,
Yep.
after I accepted his offer, he sent me a text message, and I just want to read to you a little piece of what President Trump wrote to me.
Let me try and get...
Dana, I'm so honored that you will be doing the introduction at the National Republican Convention. Think of it as the biggest fight you ever had, a fight for our country and even the world.
Better?
I only wish you didn't have to interrupt your family trip, but I hope they understand they love you and they know how important this is.
I'm going to see if I can get another video. I really don't like the quality of this audio.
But I hope they understand they love you and they know how important this is.
It's better? Yeah, because it's a different video.
Now think about this. This man's running for president of the United States. He's fighting for the future of this country, and he's concerned about interrupting my family trip. That's the President Trump that I know. A man who truly cares about people. The mainstream media likes to push the narrative that he doesn't care about anyone but himself. I absolutely know that's not the truth because I've been friends with this guy for 25 years. And for the people who know me, they'll know this is true. I just want to make something very clear. Nobody in the Trump campaign has ever told me what to say. Nobody tells me what to say, and I'm nobody's puppet.
I have to say, like, I really like Dana White when some reporter asks, like, you like to keep the fighters on a leash? And, bro, like, Dana White just absolutely shit on him for asking that question. Bro, like, that was so good. Oh, my God.
I'm not telling you what to think. I'm telling you what I know. And I know President Trump. I know President Trump is a fighter. I've been saying this since 2015. Now look at what's happened over the last 10 years. We have all seen it with our own eyes. I'm in the tough guy business, and this man is the toughest, most resilient human being that I've ever met in my life.
What the hell is he doing?
The higher the step.
This is like whenever you play a RPG and you put a girl hairstyle on it. What do you do? That's crazy, man. What the hell? What the hell is this?
The higher
Nah,
the
that's
stakes,
worse than
the
me.
harder he fights, and this guy never, ever gives up. So what's at stake here? The answer is in President Trump's text, and I quote, "A fight for our country."
He's
I
a
know
druid?
why he's running
Is that
for
right?
president again. Why else would he put himself through everything he's dealt with just to get back here? We all know he doesn't need this. This guy's got a great life. He has a beautiful family, and he has achieved everything that you could possibly achieve in life. I know President Trump is literally putting his life on the line for something bigger than himself. And he's willing to risk it all because he loves this country.
Nope.
And I know he wants what's best for the American people, all American people. I know he's running for president to save our American dream. I'm living the American dream, and I know the American dream is very real. Whether you were
This is like really good messaging that they have, like of having people that are like, yeah, I'm the American dream. Like this actually, it's very good messaging.
Born in this country or came here from someplace else,
Yeah.
This is the last real land of opportunity.
Oh, very old though? No. I mean, you can
President
talk, you can
Reagan
criticize it.
once
I'm just
said,
saying that it's effective.
Government's first
I think it's
duty
effective.
is to protect the people, not run their lives. And if you're buried in government red tape, how will you ever start your own business? If you're struggling to pay your bills, how can you ever afford to start a family? And if you don't feel safe in your own town, why would you ever buy a house? I know that President Trump is fighting to save the American dream, and that's what's at stake in this election. We are choosing who we want to lead us in this fight. I know President Trump is a proven leader, a fearless leader, and this country was in a much better place when he was in the Oval Office. In my mind, the choice is clear. But this election, we all get to choose. I know I'm going to choose strength and security. I know I'm going to choose opportunity and prosperity. I know I'm going to choose real American leadership and a real American badass. And I'm not telling you what choice to make, and I'm not telling you what to think. I'm telling you what I know. I know America needs a strong leader, and the world needs a strong America. I know Donald
Man, he really had a good idea with having these guys come up there, right? Like a fight promoter and a professional wrestler. Bro, these guys cook. This is crazy.
Trump is the best choice for president of the United States. My fellow
Top tier
Americans,
entertainers, yeah.
It is my honor to introduce the 45th and soon to be 47th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Jesus. Ultimate hype man? Yeah. Like, this shit is nuts, bro. Like, holy fuck. God damn. Whether you hate the dude or not, they chose well. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, like, listen, I feel like this is the way I look at it, right? Is that if you can't see what the other people that you disagree with do right, then you're going to lose to them. Because it's not always that everybody is wrong, that's against you, and everybody on your side is right about everything. Like, you got to admit, bro, like, this shit went hard.
Hulk Hogan. And up next, Tucker Carlson. And there he is. Let's listen.
I love how Fox has to report on this, you know?
So fun!
Yeah.
Thank you!
Man, that must suck.
Oh, this is wild. Thank you. I've been... Good to see you. Thank you. I feel like I know about half the people in the room. This is wild. What are you doing? Justin Wells. Thank you, guys. Okay. Can I just say, Peter Navarro is back. Welcome to Peter Navarro. Suffering the fate that has happened to so many who are friends with Donald Trump. Thank you for having me. I have been to many conventions. I have never been to a more fun convention or a convention with better vibes.
That's the next Democrat one, they have to do some crazy shit. They really do. Like, I remember in 2012, bro, they brought out Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton went crazy. Like, it was insane how good. Like, Bill Clinton was like, he's up there, right? He was the man. Yeah, like, they've got to bring out somebody next time that's just going to completely change shit. Yeah, you can't be bringing out Lizzo or Taylor Swift, man. Like, you gotta go even higher than that. You gotta figure something out. Yeah, Reformed Orthodox rabbi Bill Clinton. That's right.
They literally let Navarro out of prison. First of all, thank you.
P. Diddy?
This feels a lot different
I don't think
from what I thought it was going to feel like.
Yeah. No.
I can't hear you, but I know it's something good.
I don't think so.
So, I watched the video of what happened in Butler, Pennsylvania about 50 times. I think I was one of about 8 billion people around the world who watched it. And the more I watched it, the more it struck me that everything was different after that moment. Everything. And this convention is different. The nation is different. The world is different. Donald Trump is different. When he stood up after being shot in the face, bloodied, and put his hand up, I thought at that moment, that was a transformation. This was no longer a man. Well, I think it was divine intervention. But the effect that it had on Donald Trump.
Oh no, bro. Like, you did not enable a yeller, did you? Oh, fuck. Probably gonna be like 3 more in the next 5 minutes.
He was no longer just a political party's nominee, or a former president, or a future president. This was the leader of a nation. And I think there's a difference. I've spent most of my life in Washington, where the president is at the top of the pyramid. Everyone wants to be the president. But if you think about it, the presidency comes with great power, obviously. But if you think about it, that is a title that is bestowed by a process of some sort that can be subverted. And
shut up.
In the end, it does not confer by itself, as no title does, legitimacy. Just because you call yourself the president
really
doesn't mean that much inherently. I can call my dog the CEO of Hewlett-Packard. It doesn't mean she is. No, it's true. And you hate to say it, but it is also true, as a fact, that you could take, a mannequin, a dead person, and make him president. No, you could. I'm just saying, theoretically possible. With enough cheating, that could happen.
Jesus Christ.
But being a leader is very different. It's not a title. It's organic. You can't name someone a leader. A leader is the bravest man. That's who the leader is. That is true in all human organizations. This is a law of nature. And in that moment, Donald Trump, months before the presidential election, became the leader of this nation. That was the most obvious to me. And I have to say, I think it changed him. I reached out to Trump within hours of it that night. And what he said to me that night, having just been shot in the face, he said not a single word about himself.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I actually think that the reformed man who's seen the face of God angle, who's been saved by divine intervention, I actually think, regardless of whether it's true or not, that is so, this is what he should do. Like, this is such a good play. It's amazing because it what it does is it completely fucking compartmentalizes all of the bad stuff he did as that was before, this is now. You see what I'm saying, right? It's insane messaging. Reformed arc? Yeah, exactly. He's reformed now at 78 years old. That's right.
He said only how amazed he was and how proud he was of the crowd, which didn't run. And I thought two things. The first thing I thought was, well, of course they didn't run. His courage gave them heart. A leader's courage gives courage to his people.
No.
And the second thing I thought was, this is the selfish guy I've been hearing about for 9 years? Really? Not a word about himself? About his people?
I mean, to be fair, Tucker, you've talked to him before, and you considered it noteworthy that he did not talk about himself. Like, what's... I mean, the fact that everybody was clapping for that, I feel like...
Period. And the second thing I noticed, which I don't think anyone has remarked upon in public, but I'm just going to since I don't have a script, like, why not? Is that he turned down the most obvious opportunity in politics to inflame the nation after being shot. To inflame the nation, which is an opportunity that almost every other politician I've ever met, and certainly his opponents, would have taken instantly. And they would have said, well, what is this? How did he get shot? Like, how did this happen? And those are real questions that we have to get to the bottom of. But in the moments, the days, the week after the shooting, he did not say that. He did his best to bring the country together. And I thought, this is the divisive figure, this is the irresponsible person. No. This is the most responsible, unifying behavior of a leader I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I really think that this is the new reformed angle. This is like a crazy aura. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this before. Yeah, this is insane.
So the question is, where is he leading us? And I could go on for hours, but let me just sum it up. I do think the entire point from the famous escalator ride 9 years ago until today of Donald Trump's public life has been to remind us of one fact, which is a leader's duty is to his people, to his country, and to no other. That's the point. That's the only point. And another word for this is democracy. Democracy, in case you're a little sick of being beaten in the face with democracy on television, actual democracy is the proposition that the citizens of a country own that country. They're not renters, they're not serfs, they're not slaves, they are the owners of the country. And for that to be true, their leaders have to represent them, which is another way of saying they have to do what the people want them to do.
That's what,
or a close approximation thereof.
Well, that's what they say.
But if they completely ignore what people want, not just 1 year, but generationally, say for 50 years, then it may be, I don't know what, it's not a democracy. And so I think the entire Trump project, paradoxically, is attacked as an enemy of democracy, is to return democracy to the United States. Hey, let's pay attention to what people actually want. And the lack of interest in that question in Washington is something that ultimately drove me out of the city after 35 years. Lawmakers stepping over the prostrate bodies of their fellow citizens ODing on drugs to go cast votes to send money to some foreign country.
You're right about that.
Yeah, actually, we've lost more Americans from drugs in the past 4 years than we lost in World War II. Yeah.
That's crazy. What the fuck? God damn.
Our bloodiest war. More than we lost in World War II. Does anybody care? It is pathetic. It is pathetic. And do you hear a single word from Washington about doing anything about it? We know where the drugs are coming from. We know the supply routes. The U.S. military spent billions bombing the Ho Chi Minh Trail. You don't see our commander-in-chief suggesting that we use our military to protect our country or the lives of its citizens. No.
You didn't get banned for your opinion. You got banned for spamming.
And it's too much, actually. It's too insulting. It's too insulting. It's a middle finger in the face of every American. It's a very clear statement, which is unmistakable. And that is, we don't care about you. And Donald Trump, whatever you say about him, and I think he's a wonderful person. I know him well. By the way, the funniest person I've ever met in my life, actually. You can't be funny without perspective or without empathy, which is true. But everything else about Trump aside, he actually cares. because he's interested in the people who live here because that's his job. A father's job, his duty is to his family. An officer's duty is to his men. A president's duty is to his citizens. And he seems to be the only one who thinks that. And in his choice for vice president, J.D. Vance, he's made that really clear. J.D. Vance, I'll say this about him, is a thoroughly decent man, and I'll just admit it, a friend of mine, one of the very few politicians in Washington who actually is very close to his own wife, which is wonderful to see. And she's wonderful, actually. But J.D. Vance has views that are closer to Trump's voters than anyone else in Washington in office. Therefore, he's the vice president. That's called democracy.
I think it's good that they got that guy in there because I am glad that there's one reason that's really stupid, and I'm going to get this one out of the way right now. I like the fact that J.D. Vance is going to be vice president because he has a beard, and it renormalizes having beards in politics if he's successful. And I think that is cool. That's number one. It's not really political or anything, but it's just a little thing. And also that he's 39. So he won't be ready to be president for 30 more years, at least. But, you know, it's a good start for experience. 40?
So I will stop on just one point. And that is what's happened over the past month since the debate. And particularly on Saturday in Butler, I think a lot of people are wondering, what is this? This doesn't look like politics. Something bigger is going on here. I think even people who don't believe in God are beginning to think, well, maybe there's something to this.
That's true, actually. Like, there's a lot of people, like, the fact that they showed that clip of, like, Trump, like, the bullet going right by his head, people were like, because, like, I had a moment like that myself, actually. So, in World of Warcraft, expansion came out in 2007. And the day the expansion released, I live in Texas. It was the only snow day of the entire year. And I think maybe the day after that was also a snow day. And so it's like the odds of, like, the expansion coming out on the day and then it's the only day in the entire year that it snows on. I remember I was, like, out playing in the morning with, like, my friends, and we were at the park, and we were throwing snowballs at each other. I said, man, I think maybe God, bro, maybe is God real? Like, this is, how the fuck does this happen? Like, what are the odds, bro? Like, there's no way, right? Yeah, I got blessed. Like, yeah, is this God? Like, so yeah, no, I've had that happen.
Actually. And I'm starting to think.
No, it had me thinking. It did. It had me thinking.
It's going to be okay, actually. I do think that. In the day after
Clean
the
America's
midterm
blessing.
elections
Yeah, God
in
wanted you to play
2018,
WoW. Uh-huh.
Antifa came to my house. The Democratic Party's militia. Okay,
Antifa.
I was at work. It was obvious when I was at work because it was public. My wife was home alone. They tried to come in through the
They're
front door. They
militia.
terrorized her. She hid in our pantry. It was on television. It was horrible, actually. It was, I mean, I'm not whining about it. I wasn't getting shot in the face, but it wrecked our day. And the next morning, we're lying in bed, and the phone rings for my wife, and it's Donald Trump, who's not like a regular text buddy of Donald Trump's. She picks it up. Hello? Susie, it's Donald Trump. And it's coming through. I could hear it. You know, I'm lying in bed. Whoa. And the first thing he says is, I'm going to stand guard outside your house. And she goes, oh, it's so nice. And he says, I'll never forget this as long as I live. He says, you know, there's a lot of hate out there. And she said, you know, there is, Mr. President. And then he says, but there's a lot of love. There's a lot of love. And we are seeing that love.
I wish content creators could realize that when, like, they get a Reddit thread against them and they have, like, a depressive episode. Meanwhile, like, everybody else likes them. Yeah, exactly. Like, chill out.
I don't think it's human love. And I'll just stop with this. I'm not always convinced that I'm on the right side. I've been on the wrong side many times. You'll never hear me say I'm on God's side or God's with me or even I'm with God. I want to be, not sure I am.
God's with
But I
me
will
was
say
a Nazi
this
thing.
unequivocally and conclusively.
You don't want to say that.
God is among us right now. And I think that's enough. God bless you.
Oh boy. Man. That was really good. To be fair, right? It was not as good as Hulk Hogan. Everybody knows that. But it was good. It was a good speech. He did a good job. And if it wasn't for somebody like Hulk Hogan and Dana White, you know, professional entertainers, professional promoters, like, I feel like you can't really follow that up. Like, he did as good as he could have ever done. He did great, but, like, it wasn't Hulk Hogan, you know? Nobody can top the Hulk mace. Yeah, nobody can. Yeah. Bro, like. Yeah, Hulk Hogan, he did. Tucker getting fired from Fox was awesome for everyone. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know why they fired him. I that was always so weird to me. Yeah, I really don't know why that happened. Hulkmania too infectious? Yeah, I guess so. Can we watch the Obama speak, please? If you want to, like, I mean, Obama was really good. Like, I feel like one of the best speeches, like, I remember, like, Bill Clinton was, like, insane at giving speeches, too. He was so good. Like, it was insane how good he was. Yeah, Clinton was better. I think Clinton was better. I do. Not anymore. Yeah, but, like, he's, like, 100 years old now. So it's, like, that's the way it is. But I'm saying, like, back then, like, it was nuts. Best bullshit? Yeah. Hulk's going to be new Trump bodyguard? Yeah. Vivek's RNC speech was good? Yeah, I'm not trying to watch every single one. But either way, I think that, like, I mean, they definitely have, there's a lot of energy with this. And I hope that the people that are, you know, like, against them, I hope that they can realize this and not just, like, kind of try to put it in a box of, like, it just being bullshit or entertainment.
It is pathetic.
Because, like, at the end of the day, like, a lot of it is entertainment. It is. But people are being entertained. And, like, at the end of the day, that matters, man. It really does. Please watch Vivek.
Ladies and gentlemen, now please welcome businessman Vivek Ramaswamy of Ohio.
This guy's actually like a billionaire or some shit, or he's like really close to it. I didn't even know that. Apparently he's like involved in like pharmaceutical shit. Yeah, he's rich. Yeah, I had no idea.
Love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the warm welcome. It's good to be back in Milwaukee. This time last year, I was a candidate for U.S. president, and I'm proud to say that I achieved the impossible, which is that most of you actually know how to say my name by now. So thank you for that.
That's right.
It's good to be back. We're in the middle of a national identity crisis right now. Faith, patriotism, hard work, and family have disappeared, only to be replaced by race, gender, sexuality, and climate. But we're not going to win this election just by criticizing the other side. We're going to win this by standing for our own vision of who we really are. What does it mean to be a Republican in the year 2024? What does it mean to be an American in the year 2024? It means we believe in the ideals of 1776. It means we believe in merit.
Remember Alex
that
Jones?
You get ahead in this country, not on the color of your skin, but on the content of your character and your contributions.
Yeah.
It means we believe in the rule of law. And I say this as the kid of legal immigrants to this country. That means your first act of entering this country cannot break the law. That is why we will seal the southern border on day one. Thank you. It means the people who we elect to run the government ought to be the ones who actually run the government, not unelected bureaucrats in the deep state. These are not black ideas or white ideas. They are not even Democrat ideas or Republican ideas. They are American ideas that we fought a revolution to secure. And the man who will revive these ideals in the United States of America is your next president, the 47th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
I told you, he's good, man. He's good.
If you want to seal the border, vote Trump. If you want to restore law and order in this country, vote Trump. If you want to reignite the economy in this country, vote Trump. If you want to revive national pride in this country, vote Trump. If you want to make America great again, vote Trump. But there is one more reason I'm going to ask you to vote Trump, and it's the most important one. It's the one the media won't talk about, but it's the truth. Donald Trump is the president who will actually unite this country, not through empty words, but through action. Because you know what? Success is unifying. Excellence is unifying. That's who we are as Americans. That's who we've always been. To those of you watching this at home tonight, I'd like to deliver a message that the media doesn't want you to hear from the Republican Party. Our message to black Americans is this. The media has tried to convince you for decades that Republicans don't care about your communities, but we do. We want for you what we want for every American. Safe neighborhoods, clean streets, good jobs, a better life for your children, and a justice system that treats everyone equally, regardless of your skin color and regardless of your political beliefs.
The hat, bro.
Our message to every legal immigrant in this country is this. You're like my parents. You deserve the opportunity to secure a better life for your children in America. But our message to illegal immigrants is also this. We will return you to your country of origin. Not because you're all bad people, but because you broke the law. And the United States of America was founded on the rule of law.
Damn. Good night. Yeah.
Our message to millennials, speaking as one myself, yes, it's true. Our government sold us a false bill of goods with the Iraq War and the 2008 financial crisis, loading up our national debt that falls on our generation's shoulders, telling us that if we took out college loans, we'd somehow get a head start on the American dream.
That didn't happen.
When it hasn't worked out that way. But we can't just be cynical about our country, because the United States of America is still the last best hope that we have, and we deserve a better class of politician, one who actually tells us the truth,
probably like what,
even if it comes with some mean
to 42,
tweets
something like
from
that?
time to time.
He's somewhere in there. He's 38, 39. Yeah, because like him and J.D. Vance, like they're like friends from like college.
And our message to Gen Z is
so
this.
I assume they're the same age.
You're going to be the generation that actually saves this country. You want to be a rebel? You want to be a hippie? You want to stick it to the man? Show up on your college campus and try calling yourself a conservative. Say you want to get married, have kids, teach them to believe in God and pledge allegiance to their country. Because you know what? Fear has been infectious in this country, but courage can be contagious too. That too is what it means to be an American. And you know what? If you're at home and you disagree with everything I just said, our message to you is this. We will still defend to the death your right to say it, because that is who we are as Americans. We are the country where we can disagree like hell and still get together at the dinner table at the end of it. That is the America I know. That is the America we miss. We do not have to be ancient Rome. We don't have to be this nation in decline. We can still be a nation in our ascent. A nation whose best days, not in some fake politician way, but in a true way, a nation whose best days are actually still ahead of us. Still on our way to that shining city on a hill, that country where no matter who you are, or where your parents came from, or what your skin color is, or how long your last name is, that you will still get ahead in this country with your own hard work, your own commitment, your own dedication, and that, you know what, you are free to speak your mind at every step of the way. That is the American dream. That is what won us the American Revolution. That is what reunited us after the Civil War. That is what won us 2 world wars and the Cold War. That is what still gives hope to the free world. And if we can revive that dream over group identity and victimhood and grievance, then nobody in the world, not a nation, not a corporation, not a virus, not China, is going to defeat us. That is what American exceptionalism is all about. And that is what we will revive this November when we send Donald J. Trump back to the White House. Thank you all. God bless you and your families. And may God bless our United States of America. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one. Yep.
Ladies
Yeah, I
and
told you
gentlemen.
he was good. Yeah, I've always thought he's great at doing speeches and talking. This is all bullshit. No, you can have whatever opinion you want, right? It's not about, like, you could say it's bullshit, but, like, it's on a silver plate, isn't it? Hey, you could say whatever you want. You can have whatever opinion you want, but, like, damn. It's just the right temperature. The sad facts? Yeah, no, I'm just being honest, right? I mean, shit. And it's not about what you believe, it's how you work the crowd. Yeah, no, that was really good. I haven't seen any of this shit. I didn't look at this. This is like a couple of days ago. Nah, people really like this. People really like this guy. I think that, like, as more people, like, begin to know him, right, he'll be, like, more normalized. People, like, know him and, like, you know, take him more seriously. And I think he could be president. I feel like there's a good, very, very high chance he'll eventually win. Because, like, people will got like 2%. No, he did. Yeah, it's gonna take some time for people to, like, trust him and everything like that. But yeah, definitely his 40s or 50s. Yeah, he's got a ways to go. Like, I mean, he's 38, 39, right? So he's got 30 more years to be in office, right?